Hi, this is Michael, and this is my review of the Cozyna manual Burr coffee grinder. This has been designed to fit right into the Aeropress, but you don't necessarily need an Aeropress to use it. It comes with a little instruction manual here that pretty much tells you everything you need to know. So this is it, and it is comes apart here, so if you grind beans, they can go right into this little reservoir here, or if you're putting it into an Aeropress, you would just drop it down into the Aeropress. Now the top comes off as well, and this is of course where you drop your beans into. And then there is the ceramic grinder right here. This is a Burr grinder, and a Burr grinder is really the preferred way to grind coffee beans because it gives you a much more consistent grind than the electric blade grinders do, and they can also heat up your coffee beans. Basically just undesirable altogether to use one of those blade grinders. Now the fit and finish of this, the body is pretty nice. It's sort of a brushed stainless steel. The top is a little questionable. There's this gear here, and it just kind of looks like a poor quality stamping or something. And then the way the handle feels, just feels a little cheesy to me. It doesn't have a nut here, for instance. This is just a sort of, I guess you'd call it a rivet. But so I do wonder about the long-term durability of this. And then it just fits onto the post, onto the grinder, and then you grind this slowly in a clockwise direction. You don't ever want to go counterclockwise because you could damage the ceramic grinder. So all we need to do is get some whole beans, and you know, if you're a coffee drinker, you know that you want to use as fresh beans as possible. So let me just open this up. These beans aren't all that fresh, but we're just doing a demo here, so it really doesn't matter too much. Now, you don't want to overfill this, and I think they suggest you use somewhere in the vicinity of 10 to 14 grams of coffee. I'm actually just going to make a quick Keurig, so I don't need a whole lot of beans anyway. I think my little my K-cup type of holder here holds about 10 grams of coffee. So I've got my beans in there, and I'm just going to start grinding. And I'm going to stop momentarily here. I just want to check the grind. Okay, well, I've got a very, very fine grind going on here right now. So I'm going to have to make this a more coarse grind. So in order to do that, I just want to open this up a little bit, unscrew this a few turns, and that is going to allow the Burr grinder to take bigger chunks of the coffee as it's grinding it. So let's give that a try and see where we are. And yeah, that's a little better. That's just about what I would consider a medium grind right now. So I'll just continue grinding away here until we have gone through all these beans. You can see this is not necessarily a fast process. It will take you a minute or so to grind the necessary amount of beans. Obviously this is not a high volume grinder. This is really designed for your Aeropress where you're only making a cup or two of coffee at a time. Oh boy, it's got that wonderful aroma of freshly ground coffee, so I'm definitely enjoying that. This would be great to take with you if you're on a camping trip, for instance, I think, and you want to have some freshly ground coffee with you. So there, that's just about 10 grams, I would guess. I might be a little off on that. Now I'm looking at the consistency of the grind, and I do see that this is, I want to put this on a plate so you can see it. It's not quite as good as my very expensive Burr grinder, but it's certainly not quite as ragged as a blade grinder either. But I do see some pretty good sized chunks in here. So it's not giving me a perfectly consistent grind, but it's not a bad grind altogether. So if you have any questions, leave me a comment. I'll answer it if I can. Otherwise, thanks for watching and have a great day.